he has been untouchable. Richard Markham Barrett had a bit of problem with his Kramer here yesterday, but he's back on board and the lights are out. We're away. Great start, Chris De Fiore. Well done on the Yamaha MT-07, so he will lead them down into turn number 1. Who is going to be the last of the late breakers? It is going to be Chris. Get round there. Nick Cameron out on the NV Motorcycles Husqvarna Vid Pillen. He's in the Bears Super Stock, so mixing up with the F3 Superlight boys, but check it out. So it's Chris De Fiore ahead of Dave Fallows, then Nick Cameron out with Richard Markham Barrett there in 4th place. Great field of entries and a really cool class, this Bears Super Stock. So you've got sort of this older Formula 2 Bears bikes and some of the F3 Bears bikes in there, and then the Superlight Formula 3 class with all your Suzuki Pro Twins in there, and also the newer Premier of Dave Fallows with the awesome Richard Markham Barrett Kramer machine. So many different stories to tell on this racetrack here. 2 classes in one. We'll keep you updated, but at the moment, a 6-lapper with Chris De Fiore flying at the front.
Right, so yesterday, Brad, in our first race, 5 riders and 5 different bikes. We had a Yamaha, we had the Aprilia, we had the Husqvarna, we had the KTM, and we had the Ducati. So there you go, just goes to show you that you can have so many different bikes, different configurations as well. In fact, I don't think there'll be any repeats out of there. There was only one Japanese bike, for example. Yeah, there was a couple of twins, but some are V-twins, some are parallel twins as well, some are triples. So, hey, there's a nice little mix-up. So Bears Superstock F3 coming together for our lineup. A lot of talk with regards to getting F3, or it's also, of course, branded as Super Light, depending on what classes you acknowledge. The Super Light is the group whereby that's in amongst NZSBK, and the Formula 3, of course, is when it's in amongst the Formula 1 and Formula 2 background. So there is a slight difference as well with those. And if you look at lap records as well, you'll find a Super Light time different to an F3 time around all the circuits in the country. And speaking of that, Brad will be reflecting on those, even though we are not chasing lap times because we're not associated with New Zealand Championship events. We're certainly getting good comparisons with some of those times. And yesterday, within that 1.5 seconds of best lap time performances, so giving us an idea of what we've got. So 300s, and already Dave Fallows has got that advantage. He's pushed past Chris before. Had an opportunity to talk to Dave this morning and just how he likes the bike. He said just how nimble it is. Effectively, out of the box, just how good it is to go racing. And you've only got to do the tweaks, the usual ones, suspension and fine-tuning, just to put it together as a race bike that he said so enjoyable. Great to see that you can get a production-based motorcycle, literally turn up on the racetrack and go out and do the winning. So he's doing that on that new Aprilia twin out there. So Chris De Fiore, to go to Richard Markham Barrett. And Richard, did we get an answer as to what happened for Richard? No, not sure. For some reason, Richard did extremely well in one moto. Then asked for one lap. He literally pulled over and parked it and put it against the Armco for the entire race. And at the end, he jumped back over the Armco and hopped on the bike and rode off the track. So we thought, well, if the bike had stopped, so maybe it was an overheating. We didn't see any smoke or oil or steam or anything. But hey, for some reason, he had a problem and he did not get to finish. But he's got out to start it today and already into 3rd place. So Dave, Chris and Richard, they'll be your hot shots. Look for Nick out there on that beautiful Husqvarna. Of course, he is NV Motorcycles, quality vehicle recovery sponsor, an all-round good guy of racing here with the Hamilton Motorcycle Club. 1, 2, 3, and they go past with Richard. Yeah, he's moved up to be behind Dave. That's exactly where we were yesterday as we look for Chris, Nick and Scott Finlay. And of course, Scott, a name who's been around in F3 racing for a number of years on the Kiwi House Inspections Pirelli ST supported bike with Cole Williams, another one in there in this lineup as well. Cole out of Wellington on the Suzuki GSXR 450, brought to us by Motor RC Wellington, the home of the Suzuki in the capital city. So Dave, Richard, Chris, Nick, Scott, Cole, they're your hot shots. Look out for Chris Bridge, of course, very busy man on the track and off the track. Great to see all the work that he has proudly led the Hamilton Motorcycle Club to be hosting this big event, and also of course to do the work there on the F1 engineering supported bike to get it on the track. Jeremy Thompson, Glenn Conroy, Alex Johnson, Phil Duffy, Carl Campenhort, that is Nick's brother, and then unfortunately on starts today, Dean Sumner and Malcolm Pierce. Bad luck for Malcolm. He was very good here yesterday, so unsure why the choice is flooring by Pierce. The Rotorua Rocket is a non-starter today. But there we are with our Bears and F3 out on the racetrack now. Dave Fallows, Richard Markham Barrett, Chris De Fiore, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, well done to those boys. And keep an eye out for Richard Markham Barrett. He was a little bit quicker last lap around, so he's got himself into 2nd place and certainly on the race pace. So check out this one here. Dave Fallows still leads this one into the flip-flop. We're going to have 3 laps to go. We're about half race distance when they cross the line. So look out for Richard Markham Barrett. We'll keep an eye on 1.7 seconds the gap between 1st across the line. But this one could heat up if we have it. So we go then to Chris De Fiore in third place. He's on that Yamaha MTO7, so a little bit down on power for those other two out in front, but really riding well this weekend. Double passing, he's on the 300 as well, so really good stuff, Chris De Fiore. There we go, Nick camping out. That's that awesome Husqvarna bit pulling. He's there, fourth place. Scotty Finlay comes home in fifth place, right? Cole Williams is in sixth, and then you go to that awesome sounding Ducati Chris Bridge. He's the second of the Bears Superstock, so Nick camping out on that Husqvarna. He's the first of the Bears bikes home, and then Chris Bridge in second place. We're up to Jeremy Thompson, 8th in the race, but he's in the F3 class, and then those ninth on track is so keep an eye on it. There's two classes out there in the same race, but they're pretty evenly matched, and there's some great tussles going on at the moment. We're at half race distance, and Dave Fallows just on 2 seconds up the road from Richard Martin Barrett.
Well, that's the first lap, Brad, whereby there'd been no positional changes, so giving us an idea of just everybody slotted into their right order. You get away from the start, you get a few that get a good run, and then the other faster rider that got a bad start is able to get past them. That toing and froing that goes on early in the race, but then we've got a settled pattern in amongst them, and that Dave, Richard and Chris show pretty equidistant there, and it did well picked up to see that Richard was the one that had made an improvement and getting closer to Dave's racing. The best time though is Dave at a 1:36. When you look at that's a 1:36.9. You've got Richard in there at his best time at a 1:36.4. So you've actually got a second and a half as a different game completely. So look at that, and that beautiful sounding bike going with it as well. So there we got Aprilia out in front. KTM is second. Then you go to Yamaha running third with Husqvarna in there, and then looking to, in fact, we'll add the Suzuki in there as well. So we can put another brand anyway in there, even though it was a Ducati of Chris yesterday, the Suzuki. So then that's 6 bikes and 6 different. What do we go to Chris Watson in there in our field as well? We may be able to pick up another breed of bike for Chris also, but that's the way our lineup is, and a real mixed bag going on. In fact, looking out now, you can in fact see that Cole's moved up over Scott, so it's been a change, 5 and 6, with Chris and Jeremy to go past Jeremy Thompson in that field as well. He's on the Suzuki SV650 Generation 2, the earlier 2004 model. You know, SV650 like that, very affordable to pick up, great way to get into racing. Man, oh man, you're talking of racing probably under 5k in that case, and the young man from Rotorua, wishing him all the very best. With a bike like that, he can go to Pro Twins, he can go to Nationals, he can compete on a par with others on similar bikes, of course. He can then come to an event like this and do 3. He can go to do super lights, so he could be dropping and changing to tracks and events all around the country and getting multiple rides and doing it on a great budget. So getting into motorcycle, people think, oh, that's thousands of dollars. Well, in fact, you'll have change out of thousands of dollars if you're doing it smartly, wisely and conservatively like Jeremy is doing, and getting 8th place out of a field of starters. It was originally around 14, so good work for him. Another young man on the move and joining our sport. But there we go, Brad.
Yeah, white flag out, 1 to go. So Dave Fallows just continues to lap in those 1:37s. When Richard got into second, he started to reel that gap in, but Dave's responded, and now he has a 4.7 second lead. So it's all Dave Fallows at the moment. He's looking all class as well. Man, relatively new to the sport of road racing, but man, he just hit his straps straight away, and top 3 New Zealand competitor in Supersport 300 over the last couple of seasons, and now made the step up to Pro Twin Racing. He's also had a dabble in 600 Supersport where he was competitive there as well, so awesome. And in that TR20 motorsport team, the Telfords there, so a really nice guy and an awesome team there, so awesome to catch up with Dylan Telford. He's back out on a superbike today, had a bit of a crash here yesterday, but apart from a few bruises, he's dusted himself off, and he's going to get going on the superbikes later on, so that's good to hear. Can't wait for that one there. It's a brilliant couple of races we had here yesterday, but the update, Dave Fallows, Richard Mark Barrett, Chris De Fiore, still your top 3 on the final lap here. Nick Campbell out 4th in the race, but he's the first Bears Superstock entry coming home. We then go to Cole Williams and Scotty Finlay. They've had a fierce battle throughout this race. They're 5th and 6th place. Chris Bridge is in 7th, but that's the second Bears Superstock bike home. And then Jeremy Thompson and Glenn Conroy. We talk about all those other manufacturers. Glenn Conroy, he's on a Harley. He's got a Harley 1250 Roadster out there. He's the 3rd of the Bears Superstock guys there. So just absolutely fantastic. Alex Johnson running out the top 10. Carl Camping out on the Camping Out Builders machine. 11th. Phil Duffy there. Another one of those F1 Engineering Ducatis. Brilliant stuff from him. And we go now to the update. We've got it in the books. It is Dave Fallows. He's going to get the checkered flag and win a race number 3 for the weekend for these guys, and that's 3 from 3 so far. Has anyone got anything for him? We then catch up. Christy Fiore's now gone up into second place, so we've missed him over the last lap, but we've lost Richard Markham Barrett, so maybe some more dramas for Richard. Hopefully everything okay. Christy Fiore inherits second place there, and then everyone else will move up. We just still can't quite catch Richard Markham Barrett out on track. Nick Cameron, he's going to come home in third place, with Cole Williams inheriting fourth. And then look to Scotty Finlay, he's going to get home now in fifth place. And some more drama. We missed it on the last lap, but there it is. A bit of more drama for Richard Markham Barrett on that I2's Kramer. Not the weekend to remember for him so far.
Bad luck indeed. Brad, I've just done a quick look. 14 starters for this one. In this class, 10 different bike manufacturers. How cool is that? Take me another form of motorsport that's going to do that too. Generally, when you get into classes, you've generally got more elite bikes compared to others, or you've closed down and narrowed your field by performances or CC capacities, and you've then reduced your number of different machines. So 10 different bikes, and I'll go through them for you. KTM, Harley, Norton, Ducati, Husqvarna, Aprilia, Suzuki, Yamaha, so Kawasaki, sorry to mention in there if I missed that one. So that's incredible to see all those different makes and models. It's a real menagerie of different bikes that you get that make up a Bears Superstock and F3 lineup, and fabulous to see. Yeah, some of them are new in your $20,000 plus machines, and others are great workhorses from times gone by, like Glenn Conroy, as Brad had picked up the 1991 Harley Sportster 1250 on the Red Line Oil sponsored bike, the man out of Te-Puke. And when you come up against a 1989 Kawasaki ZXR 400, that bike's eligible for a Post Classics as well. So great to see. Brad, what are we picking up down there? Oh, that's Richard parked up. Oh, bad luck indeed. So there you go, Richard Markham Barrett, 0 to 0 stuff. So again, a second time, he's got to be frustrated. Is it? Yeah, it's similar to the way he was parked up yesterday, just in behind a barrier and out of the way. Unsure as to what has caused that. Are we going for a bike recovery as well, or is he close? Oh, well, no, I think we're going to just wait for an all clear. Yeah, we'll just have these bikes going off, and then his bike to come back over. Oh, that's it. Well, yesterday it only happened, he pushes it back. Yesterday it happened in lap 2, really. It only got one full lap in, so it was in lap 2 today. That's probably more frustrating, isn't it? You think, I'm there. No, in the final lap, he fades out of the picture and goes from second to 12th place. So sad, bad luck indeed. All right,